How's it going, guys? Sean from Team Honey Badger here. Out to bring you guys my discussion on ZRs, my opinions, and stuff like that. So I waited to make this video considering that there were not much results out and I wanted to see what other people think about it. And considering that some of these videos happen overnight, I really think that I put a lot of time and effort to make this video for you all. So I really hope that you guys watch till the end to hear my opinion. Because Different Fight had one, Solo Vanguard, Cardfight, Crossbow Vanguards, all of them, I respect their opinions and all of that, but this is my opinion. And my opinion comes from the point of view of a kid who doesn't work, and I buy most of my cards, and every so often, my birthday, Christmas, etc., I get the card from my parents. That's why it took me a year and a half to make Gear Chronicle. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the mathematical. So ZRs, for those who don't know, Megiddo and Drachma. These are two cards coming out in set 13. They only come in one of each per case. That is modeled by the equation 1.089 to the power of x, where 0.089 is the rate at which you have a chance of pulling a ZR. I found this number by finding out the number of cards in a case. Excuse me. The number of cards in a case, and divided it by the number of ZRs in a case, so it's 0.089. And then X is represented by the number of boxes that you open. So I just wanted to do the math so I can show you guys this. This is it. You don't have a chance of pulling a ZR per the number of boxes open as your X, and then the chances of pulling a ZR is your Y. If you look at these numbers are astonishing. For the number of boxes open that don't have it, of course your chances will go up, but it doesn't ever cross 2. The max it goes to is 1.346. And that is modeled by this graph right here. So I just wanted to show you guys this. I worked quite a bit on this graph actually, even though it's pretty crappy. So I did the maximum of 10 and then the maximum of 5. I just wanted to show you guys that so you guys could get a feel for the math. But, to my main argument, not all decks need a ZR. There are 8 clans in Dragonic Empire and Magalenica combined. There's Kagero, hold on, I have a list right here. Kagero, Nubatama, Merkumu, Narukami, Tachikaze, Aquaforce, Bermuda Triangle, and Grand Blue. So, all of these clans necessarily don't need the ZR. Do I think that the ZR works better in some decks than others? Yes. For example, Drachma may work better in Kagero because they could better take advantage of opponent going down with the restanders, such as Ziegenberg, and same goes for Tachikaze. And then I think Magalenica, the blue ZR, definitely works better in Aquaforce just because I've had experience against it. Shout out to my friend, he knows who he is. But yeah, not all decks need ZR. And the reason why I believe that not all decks need ZR is because there are better options. As mentioned by Different Fight, there's many other good options. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Okay, so I think that the reason why ZRs will probably be higher in English format is because everybody buys from the secondary market. Not many people open up boxes in English format because a lot of times boxes are not worth in English. Because there isn't. It's always best to buy singles, and if you think about it, a lot of people's lives depend on you purchasing singles, as much as that sounds. Some people just buy cases just to resell the cards. I personally know people who do that. I'm sure you guys know people who do that. TCG player sellers sometimes do that. So us buying from the secondary market only raises the price of the ZR, so we would have to buy them. But here's so that's basically the facts. You guys got the facts, you guys got the math, you guys got some opinion in there. But here's my honest opinion. The whole appeal of Vanguard was anybody could play this game. Like literally anybody. Anybody could start this game, anybody could get a ZR, anybody could do this, that, and the other. But the thing what made this game different is that anybody could play this game at a normal rarity. And if you had money, you could buy SP. Meaning so there wasn't really many exclusive cards that one could get besides the SP, but you could still play the deck that you want at a normal rarity. Not have it cost you much. But the thing with the ZR if you have to play it, you have to spend that extra $100 probably, or even the cost of a whole nother deck just to get it for your deck. And that's what I think is missing from ZRs. ZRs aren't distributed enough in boxes to make it so this appeal of Vanguard is kept. The whole point of Vanguard, according to the show, is to play your favorite deck and play it to the best of your ability. How can you play it to the best of your ability if you don't have that best of your ability at all? A lot of people think the ZR depends on their winning, and from playing against it, some part of winning, yeah, it does depend on the ZR. That's that. But we could also adapt. I probably can't afford a ZR unless I go in with somebody, but that's kind of weird because there's only going to be one. And I'm not going to get my parents to get myself a ZR because I know my limits. Next stage was already pushing it. But what I have to do is adapt. And that's what I recommend y'all to do. You remember when Legion first came out? Not every deck had Legion. I complained for a Blau Legion forever. You remember when Stride first came out? Not every deck had a Stride. But we all did it. Excuse me. But decks like Gear Chronicle, they don't have a ZR and they're still topping in Japan. Overlords, well, that's probably not the best example. But Overlords, there are some Overlord decks that don't use Drachma and still top. There's a lot of decks that are still competitively viable that don't use ZRs that top. And that's what I want y'all to get out of this video. You don't necessarily need a ZR to win. Even though it does help your winning, there's still decks that you could play that still like counter these. Such as Gears, Angel Feathers topping, I think Tachikaze tops somewhere, Luard, and for you all budget players, there's obviously Token Ranbu, somewhat relevant. I want to see how that deck does in English. But without further ado, this was a very complicated case for me. It required a lot of minute sifting of complicated facts to generate all of these opinions, and that's why my table's kind of a mess, because I got my calculator going. I got some of my cards out, trying to make sure that I get this correct, because I actually tried to find like different cards to work with these ZRs. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this discussion. This video will go up unedited. This video is unscripted besides the little points that I wrote down. And I hope to see you all by 500. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time with a playbook.